What's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make this pretty creepy, pretty scary, granny horror hidden base. Hidden inside this pretty creepy exterior, we have a really cool survival themed base. You wouldn't expect that from looking at the outside. That's where the hidden component comes in. And speaking of hidden, we have a couple of hidden away chests inside the house as well, down these two little slender corridors. If you enjoy this tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button, as it really helps me and the channel out very much. But I think I've got to get out of here, guys. I don't know whether Granny Horror is actually going to show up herself. This is a pretty creepy base, and I don't want to hang around for too long. So why don't we start the tutorial? So, before we begin building, ladies and gentlemen, here are all of the materials that we are definitely going to need. We need light grey concrete, white concrete, grey concrete, some quartz slab, some red carpet, some oak doors, some oak wood planks, and some torches. However, if you want to do the inside of the build, we're going to use these sorts of materials as well. You know, interior house building materials like beds, bookshelves, furnaces, chests, enchantment tables, item frames, paintings, and stuff to put in item frames as well. If you have to, pause the video, do make sure that you have access to every single one of those, and once you're ready to begin, we can get started. So I'm going to highly recommend building this house next to a cliff. Something like this would be absolutely fantastic, next to quite a high cliff that goes in a little bit. Not absolutely necessary, but I would highly suggest it. And we're going to start off by placing, coming out of a cliff or a mountain or wherever you build it, a hill, we're going to start off by placing a row of 4 light grey concrete coming outwards from the hill. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we want to go up on top of this block by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're then going to go right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. I then want you to go right by 8 using white concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're then going to go right by 2 with the light grey concrete. 1, 2. And then we're going to go down, right, down. And then I'm going to have to go right again, but I'm going to destroy the environment as I go. And then we want to go down from that last right. So we want to have something which should look like this. However, we do also want it to be even with that left side. So we are going to have to excavate a little bit. And you guys might also have to do a similar sort of thing. Just make sure that everything is nice and even, because your landscapes and environments might be a little bit different to mine. Now, once you have this shape, I want you to take the left side of this white concrete area and I want you to join it down to the ground. I want you to take the right side of the white concrete area and join it down to the ground, like this. And then I want you to take the left side here and I want you to go right and place 3 white concrete. 1, 2, 3. Place a light grey on top, then a white, then a light grey, white, light grey. Place a door going right of that weird road that we've just made. And then fill the center of Granny's chest area in using white concrete, like this. There we go. Okay, so now we have to do Granny's hands. So Granny's hands stick out in front of the build a little bit and they look a little something like this. So I'm going to extend the grey concrete blocks that touch the ground forwards by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I then want to go right by 3. 1, 2, 3. Add a row of light grey on top. And then add a row of 2 on top of the 2 middle blocks. And extend all of those blocks backwards. You want to extend them backwards as to connect them back to Granny, like this. You can fill around here in using light grey, so the upper arm area like this. And we want to do the same on the opposite side. So we want to take this light grey block and extend it forwards by 1, 2, 3, 4. Left by 1, 2, 3. Extend back. But also take this end row and extend it up 1. And on top of these 2 blocks, place 2 light grey. And then you can extend all of these light grey concretes backwards to connect back to Granny's arm, which we will also want to fill in a little bit, won't we? We want to fill in this area here, just like this. Okay, this is looking a little bit menacing already. On top of the white area at the top of the build, I want you to place a layer of light grey concrete and extend it towards you by 2 rows. I want you to take the left side here and go up on top of it by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then go right and connect it down to the opposite side of the head, like this. And then I want you to take this empty space here at the base of the head, and I want you to place 2 light grey concretes going right. 1, 2. 2 red carpet on top of these 2 middle blocks. And then 2 more light grey. Then I want you to place next to the light grey concrete blocks that are next to the carpet blocks, place a quartz slab. Like that. I want you to place a placeholder block, like a grey concrete, on top of the quartz slab. Join those 2 blocks together in the middle using quartz slabs. And then I want you to place light grey concrete going all the way around this area, like this. Kind of looks like Granny's got like fangs or something with that. But what we actually want to do is destroy these 2 guiding blocks. And we want to place grey concrete behind the mouth area, just to cover up all of the empty space like this. And that is, it's kind of a creepy little thing. And then we're going to take this area here, this empty space, and we're going to place white concrete coming inwards from both sides of the row. 1, 2, 1, 2. Join it together in the middle using light grey concrete, and then a row on top of the eyes like this. That's so creepy. And then we're going to take the back part of the statue and we're going to extend it backwards. So the arms, we're going to extend back by 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to suggest that you take all of these light grey concretes and you just extend them back like this, back by about 3 rows or so. And then we're going to do the same here on this side. We can only extend so much of it back though, like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, something like that. We kind of get hindered by the stone. The head though, that's a different story. We can extend it backwards by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I want you to extend the entire bottom part of the head here. Extend all of this bottom part like backwards by 5 like this. And then the sides of the head as well also want to get extended backwards, but the sides of the head will want to get extended backwards about as far as it will go. The sides of the head, that is. So extend it back about as far as the sides of the head will go, like this. And we're also going to want to, once this has been done, we're going to want to also connect it at the back as well. We want to connect the back of the head together, just left to right like this. Coming all the way up to the top. And also the top of the head, we're also going to fill this in using some light grey concrete as well. Just like that. Okay, so now what we have isn't too bad. Granny is blending into the environment quite nicely. However, not as much as I would have liked. So, we are going to come inside of the build now, okay? And we are going to extend the white concrete inside the build at the sides here. We're going to extend it backwards by about 3 rows. Okay, so the white concrete at the sides of the build, like 1, 2, 3. And we're going to extend it all backwards like this, coming back, well, just exactly like that. It's going to come all the way up, so 1, 2, 3 in every single occasion, coming all the way back and up to the top. Like so. And we're going to clear out the space inside now. And I think we're going to come back even further. So like I'm going to extend these rows backwards by perhaps another 2. So these rows of white concrete, I'm going to extend back another 2 rows. This will bring us about even with the head, just like this. And I'm also going to connect them together as well, just like this. You can be quite rough with the floor. It's not a big deal. And if you find that you want a little bit more space inside of the body and the head and stuff, then you would, all you would have to do is just make a little bit more room, you know, make it a bit bigger coming backwards. So yeah, we're making some good progress here. We can even add some light on the walls like this, if we so choose. That's not too bad. We can even dig 2 tunnels into the arms on the left side here, and on the right side, I actually probably placed that torch a little far backwards. If we wanted to, we can even make it so that we have kind of like an interesting looking house. So perhaps we could create like a bit more depth in the middle here. So maybe we could knock out like an extra couple of rows using the white concrete coming backwards like this, just so it's a little bit less basic. Yeah, there we go. So now we've got just a little bit more space, and the room looks a little bit more textured like this as well. Like it looks as though we've put a little bit more effort into it. I'm going to delete the ground just inside of here, and I'm going to place some oak wood planks just so that the area feels a little bit more at home. Just so it feels a little bit more like a house, like a little hidden base, rather than just kind of like an empty space, so to speak. So I'm just going to add some oak planks. I'm going to reduce the size of the ceiling also. I'm going to make it so that there's about 3 blocks high in here, just like this. I think that's not too bad. There we go. That's pretty good. And then I'm also going to reduce the amount of space around here. I'm just going to seal up the arms a little bit. So here, I'm just going to seal this area up. And I'm also going to add a ceiling. The ceiling's going to be, there we go. So now we've kind of got like a little 2x2 chamber. And I'll add a couple of torches here at the end. And we can also destroy the floor as well. And we'll do the same on the opposite side. As I said, we're going to want to make it into a nice, proper feeling house. So onto this opposite side, we also want to kind of just clear stuff out as we go along as well. And then we can place some like white concrete for the ceiling. Completely disregard what was there before. And then, what did I do on that side? I think that this is just white concrete, right? Yeah, just white concrete at the area. And then what we're going to want to do, well, I guess we kind of want to make these sides light grey because it contrasts rather nicely against the white. Maybe just the back area can be white, and then like the sides can be light grey and white. And then we can place a couple of torches at the end here, keep it bright, and place some oak wood planks in here instead. Just like this. Fill the floor in. And now, all we've got to do is kind of just like fill in this area that we've got. So, first of all, I'm just going to, what do I want to do? Well, it'd be nice if we had like a bed and some chests and some stuff like that, right? So, very much in this little crevice here, I'm going to place a double bed, like that. And I'm going to place a painting above the beds. That looks pretty cool. I'm going to place maybe a chest left and right of the bed. On this little wall here, I'm going to place a few bookshelves with an enchantment table just left here. And then on the right, I'm going to place a few furnaces stacked up with like a chest here in the center. That doesn't look too bad at all, does it? I mean, if we wanted to, we could even knock out a little bit of the wall, and we could add a little bit more of each particular material, just like that. So now it's perhaps a little bit more utilitarian, you might say. We can even have a couple of like item frames on the walls with like diamonds and like emeralds in them, just to kind of like keep things fancy. Something like that looks pretty good. This is looking quite nice and modern. Granny's got a nice house. We could even add a little bit of like a cool flooring option, which like in front of here, maybe we've got like a rug or something. So maybe like a little bit of red carpet going all the way around, and we can knock the middle out and place some like white concrete in there. That looks pretty decent. That's not too bad. Could even add some light grey concrete just to kind of like box things in a little bit. I'm not sure whether I like that or not, but I'll keep it in there anyway. And then when it comes to these hallways, I mean, all we can do is maybe we've just got a couple of chests surrounding here. Maybe we've got a couple of chests kind of like just hidden around in the arms. And that's a pretty cool house. I mean, we've kind of got this like hidden away. That's pretty awesome. And then when we come to the outside, nobody would be any the wiser, despite the fact that there's a door there, that Granny, inside Granny Horror, is a pretty awesome little hidden base. That's pretty cool, isn't it? It looks quite nice. I do hope that you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please don't remember to hit that like button, as it really helps me and the channel out very, very much. If you have enjoyed this content, and if you want to stick around and you want to see some more stuff like this, subscribe to the channel, click the little bell next to the subscription button. That'll ensure that you get all my stuff sent directly to your sub box. And if you would like to make more stuff exactly like this, check out the card system and the description below for the scary and hidden awesome bases playlist. You'll love that one, trust me. Plenty more cool stuff like this in there. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to hide behind this bush because I have a feeling that Granny Horror is going to be coming sometime soon, and I really don't want to be spotted by her. She's pretty creepy. I'll see you guys in the... Oh no. If I survive, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.